what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time watching me, then hello, it's nice to meet you. My name's Amir. If you click that big red subscribe button down below, I greatly appreciate it. And if this is your second, third, or fourth time watching me, then hey girl, what's up? How you been?
Period.
So before you say anything, I know, it's shocking. My crazy flamboyantly gay self has actually dipped my toes, got my foot wet in the lady pond. I know, it's insane. I don't even believe it myself, and I kinda am disgusted by it. But first, if you guys haven't noticed, I finally got a haircut. Yes, the baddie has returned. I have a haircut, and I'll actually be moving out of my apartment soon. At the end of the month, next month, I am moving back in with my mom, and I am going to be filming from there. So bless me, bless my heart, I am not ready for that. And it's not that I don't like my mom or I don't love my family, it's just I like doing things on my own, like walking around my house naked. I like, you know, just being able to set the cold air on 68, because my mom, she's a 75, 72 kind of girl, and I don't know how she does it, but I like my house to be cold, icicles. I want to be bunched up under the blanket, cold as hell outside, so then when I wake up in the morning, you get that hit of cold air that just wakes you up and just sends chills all over your body. I can't just do things I would do at my own place at home, but I'm still gonna try to film. I'm still happy and kind of looking forward to just like saving money, because having an apartment is so expensive. I wish someone would have told me, Jesus, these bills are high. But I'll be moving back in, and yeah, I have a few other things going on, but I won't say yet because I don't want to, like, you know, put that out there yet. But I have a few other things planned, and life is pretty good right now. I'm pretty zenned out. I've been meditating a lot more, listening to more music, lighting incense, just, you know, just zoning out, vibing out. And like I said, your girl got a haircut, so the baddie has returned. Hide your man, watch his DMs. I'm probably in them.
Ciao. Anyways,
the story time takes place, I want to say, about 3 years ago now. I had just graduated high school. I had just finished all my classes. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I had enlisted in the military, so I knew I was gonna leave for basic training in about 2 or 3 months. And if you guys watched my last video, by the way, it's probably gonna be linked below. It's the time I lost my virginity. You know that I was looking on the prowl for someone to lose it to for a good while. Like, as soon as I graduated, I was on go time. I was trying to lose it to someone, anyone, even a lady, unfortunately. One thing I forgot to mention, the entire time I was in high school trying to lose my virginity, I had always confided in my best friend, Pinky. I'm calling her Pinky because, like, I don't want you to know her real name, and if I give her real name and she's watching this, she'll probably be upset that I'm exposing her business. But I had always confided in her, and we always confided in each other about how we were both trying to lose our virginity, but we could not find anyone to lose it to. So she actually had mentioned in the past about losing it to me, and I was like, you know, I can't do that. You know, I'm not with that. It's not my thing, not my cup of tea. I don't like caves. I'm not going cave diving. It's not for me. No offense to her, but I was just not, I'm not for that. That's not my thing. Everyone has their own talents. We all have our own things, but that's just wasn't my thing. I'm a lollipop man. I'm not for the taco shells. It's not, no. So I was just like, no. I got really desperate, and I had confided in her about not losing my virginity, and she gave me the offer of I lose my virginity to her. And I thought about it, and at that point I was really desperate. Okay guys, I just want to lose it at this point. I just want to lose to anyone, anything, so I just said yes. So we had devised a plan, I think it's devised. Y'all know what I mean. We made a plan to actually, you know, put things in motion and lose our virginity to each other. So I'd pick her up from work, and I'd take her to a hotel room, and we just, you know, lose it, never speak of it again, and just move on about our day knowing we were happy, no longer virgins. After we had both agreed on a day, I was super nervous. I turned to the good old hub, if you know what I mean, or the good old X videos, or, you know, any other adult site I could, you know, watch to learn tips on, you know, how to, you know, properly stimulate the female areas and properly, you know, satisfy a woman. You know, I'm trying to keep it PG because we're on YouTube and, you know, I don't want y'all all in my business, child. But I advised the plan and I was like, you know, trying to do research and see how do you please a woman? Where does this go? What's that? What does this do? Just try to get the job done effectively. And when I tell you, it was harder than any test, harder than the SAT, harder than the ASVAB, harder than just about any other test I've ever taken in my life. I was like, how do you do this? This goes there, but why does this do this? Sidebar. If you want to lose your virginity, or if you're thinking about giving yourself to a person, or just like want to know how things work during sex, do not, I repeat, do not go to any adult site because everything is so over exaggerated. It's like, you like do this 2 times, oh my god, like no, it's not realistic, it's not gonna work, it's not gonna happen. So after doing many days of research, I found nothing and I was not prepared. Hi, no you're not seeing this. I did have to change sweaters. This is actually the next day. I recorded this yesterday, but my battery died and then someone invited me to go somewhere, so that was a little bit more important or whatever. But you know, we're back, we're still here. The story is still the same. I only just changed clothes, so just pretend like you don't see it. Matter of fact, pretend I even said anything. Now today is the day. Like finally all the research has come and led me up to this point where I have to pick her up from work because she went to Six Flags, and I was going to take her to a motel because, you know, we're poor. Like at the time we had just graduated high school, so she had a job, I didn't have a job. She paid for the hotel, so I wasn't gonna pay for it because the girls don't got money, I'm broke. So I was supposed to pick her up from work. She worked at Six Flags at the time, and we were gonna go to the motel like maybe 10-20 minutes away. So it'll just be a short little scoop, leave. So we get to the hotel, she gives them her fake ID, and then we get our room or whatever. We go up to the room, and the room was absolutely terrible. Honestly, I don't know why we chose a motel. Well, I know why we chose a motel, but that was probably the grossest room they had. Like literally, there were stains on the carpet, there were weird smells, the paint was chipping. It was just ghetto. It looked like something out of a trap movie, and I just wasn't feeling it. So I had already showered before I picked her up, and she just had to go shower because she had got off work. So while she was in the shower, I quickly texted my buddy Wes, and I was like, oh my god, I'm about to lose my virginity. Any tips with a girl? Like, how do you do it? What's this? What's that? And he said, when in doubt, get it out. And I was like, okay. So I just mentally made a note to the clit is the pick you want to go for. Like that's what you do. You want to touch that little thingy, and then she does it, and then, you know, she'll go So I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. So she got the shower. She comes over to the bed. At this point, I'm in my boxers, and I'm in like a little sweater or something, or t-shirt, I don't know. So she sits next to me, and she says, so are you ready? You want to, like, you know, start it off, or should I start? And I was just like, you know what, you start. You know, this was your idea. It was actually both our ideas, but, you know, this is mainly your idea, so you should start it. So we started making out, and she was a really good kisser, not gonna lie. It was awesome, like her lips really soft, and we just started like immediately making out. So it started getting tense. She was really breathing hard. I was kind of into it, kind of not. It just wasn't my thing. I wasn't picturing her. I was picturing someone else. Someone with the penis probably, but it was just someone else. It just wasn't her I was into. I was more into the thought of me kissing someone else rather than me actually kissing her, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So we're kissing, she's touching on me, and I'm touching on her, and you know, her hard, like they're really like solid, and she goes to touch my boop, and it's not up. So immediately when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, what the heck is going on? Oh my god, it's not going up. Why isn't it going up? Why can't get up? The job isn't complete yet. We still have a lot to get handled. And honestly, that entire time in my head, I think I might have psyched myself out now that I think about it. I was so worried about like actually getting the deed done that I was just like, you know what, couldn't get up because I was so in my head about it. But at the time I was just like, oh no, it won't get up. We tried everything. She tried playing with it. I tried slapping it a little bit. I was just like, okay, think of someone else. It would not work because anyone that I like does not have a cave. So I was just like, okay, since I won't be able to get off, how about we at least get her off so, you know, she would be less mad that she paid for a motel room for nothing because she didn't get, you know, what she wanted. But I got my finger and I just, you know, put it in there. And then I was going, and then she was like, oh, and I was like, okay, I must be doing something right. She didn't complain. So I tried to put 2 in, and she was like, okay, that's a little painful. So I was just like, okay. I took it out. I talked to her for a bit. I tried to prep her, you know, breathe. I got you. You're safe. And she was into it because, like I said, they were bing. So I was just like, okay, cool. So I put 2 in, and then, you know, we just started going to town. Actually, while I was doing it, I was thinking of Born This Way by Lady Gaga, so I was trying to keep a rhythm to it. I was like, oh, no matter, get straight apart, lesbian, Trish, and that I'm on the right track, babe, I was born to survive, no matter black, white, or beige, or you're made, I'm on the right track, baby, I was born to be brave. And then she ended up, you know, she actually finished, and it was probably one of the most grossest feelings I've ever felt in my life. It was so sticky, and then when she got up to, like, you know, clean off, I smelled it, and it smelled like battery acid and garbage, manure. It just smelled so bad, and the thought of my fingers in it actually, well, there goes the air conditioning. By the way, if you've heard this beeping like sound, it's the air conditioning. I'm so sorry, but it gets hot under these lights, so, you know, just gotta kind of roll with the punches, pretend like you don't hear it. But anyways, I end up, you know, smelling it. It smelled terrible, and immediately I thought, oh my god, my hand was in there, and I vomit. Literally, I vomit on the floor. It was so gross. While she's in the bathroom, you know, like in the shower again because she washed off, I'm puking on the floor, and I was just like, oh my god, my hands was in there. What did I just do? I should have never, you know, talked myself into this. I should have just waited. Losing my virginity was not that important because now I have some substance on my hand and it smells like crap. So after puking, I grabbed all my stuff and I left her at the hotel. And looking back at it, I was a pretty crappy douchebag move for doing that, but at the time I didn't know what to do. You just on my hand, and now it smells bad, and no, get away from me.
I'm supposed to feel sorry for that bitch. I don't.
So she called me a few times, and I ended up blocking her number. And I never heard from her again until about maybe 2 months later. I was at a friend's birthday party, and she looked at me and I looked at her, and it was just one of those things where you didn't say anything, but you both knew, like, oh, something happened. It was like you both knew why you looked at each other, but we just didn't say anything. And to this day, I think she still hates me. She's still blocked. She doesn't follow me on any social media because she's blocked. And yeah, that was the time I, you know, almost lost my virginity to a girl. Would I go back and change anything? Yes, I would have never said, you know, I'd do it. And I probably would have never, you know, it's just not for me. I just learned that day that I cannot be straight. No matter how many times I try, no matter how much videos I watch or preparation, it was just not enough. My heart's not in it. I like other things, and those things are you know, long and, you know, curvy, and I like guys. I can't help it. I can't hide it. I am a raging homosexual, and I, like, you know, don't like girls. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it was kind of quick because it wasn't really much to tell, but yeah, you know, boom boom, a girl, and I hated it, and I know for certain now that I am a raging homosexual. So anyways guys, that's enough for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did like it, please give it a big thumbs up, and also share it to your mom, your dad, your first love, the person you lost your virginity to, your uncle, your sister, your brother. Let's hope you didn't lose your virginity to your uncle, sister, or brother, because that would be a crime. But share it to people. Follow me on all my social medias down below. And until next time guys, Born This Way keeps a really good rhythm.